On July 14, a spacecraft will pass Pluto for the first time ever, and maybe the last. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it is big news, and I'm going to explain why it is exciting news. Most people don't find this stuff exciting. I think it's mostly because they don't know enough about it, about space travel and astronomy. And I know that in my raw vegan community, we tend to get a narrow focus on that exciting topic. There was a time when I mainly was just into astronomy. That was 30 years ago. And here are the remnants of that period. Check it out. 30 years old this month. And a few months later, they were getting ready for the first flyby of Uranus. That's right. It's pronounced Uranus. And all they had is this drawing. Voyager spacecraft. It was able to pass 4 planets, about 2 years apart, each planet, because all the planets happened to be lined up. It was once in a lifetime. We got lucky. And then the results of the flyby. Real pictures. I also saw Halley's Comet. This flyby was January 24, 86. Then 3 years later, in 89, it got to Neptune, August 27. I have a really good memory. Check out my other videos for that. And that was the last time a spacecraft flew by a planet for the first time. Until now. 25 years, 10.5 months later. I want to do the rest of this video riding my bike, because I got things to do, places to go. And this is the last planet that has not been visited by a spacecraft. All the other planets, we know what they look like on the surface. The spacecraft will be closest to Pluto around 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which in Europe will be early afternoon on Tuesday. It'll actually take many hours to pass the planet. And even days ago, it was close enough to get pictures where they discovered there's a canyon bigger than the Grand Canyon. I will put a link to this website in the description below this video. Time for a break from the riding. Have some water. Here's some watermelon. You might be asking, aside from the rarity, the uniqueness, you might be asking, so what? Well, we're not here just to do the same 4 things over and over and over. And people all over the world do all the same stuff. Look out on the road. Everyone you see, they're all doing the exact same thing. Driving a car somewhere. You only see one person doing what I'm doing. I'm the only one out here that I've seen riding a bike. That shows that I'm different. That's a good thing. You're going to want to subscribe to this different channel. You want something different. And we are different from the animals, as people say. But they usually just say that as some excuse for doing something bad. But I'm talking about something good. Animals, they can't do very much. We can do a lot of stuff. And I think that's what we should be doing. We should be exploring and learning and seeing and doing all that life allows. And human beings do this. Some of them. Not the masses who are like robots, but a few people are doing these things, such as building the spacecraft, inventing the technology to do it. And there's so much information out there about the universe, not just our little world, our society. But until you learn astronomy, you really have no idea what the whole world, the nature is. The school doesn't really teach you the big picture. You got to learn it on your own. And I did that 25 years ago. So I have a different perspective on the real world. See, when most people say the world, they just mean our society. I'm talking about the universe. That's the real world. Pluto is near closest approach, the closest it gets to the sun. And so it's a little warmer, and it has the most atmosphere it will ever have. As it gets farther away, the atmosphere just goes away because it's too cold. And with an atmosphere, we have a lot more to study about the nature of the planet. If we don't do it now, it's going to be 200 and something years before we can study an atmosphere. You know, it's material from the surface gets stirred up, and then we can learn a lot more about what's there, chemistry. That about wraps it up for this video about Pluto, 9th planet. Wait a minute, Pluto's not a planet. Never mind. Wait, actually, the people got up real upset. That was about 15 years ago when they downgraded Pluto. But I don't know why they got upset. I wasn't upset. Now, I knew that Pluto wasn't a planet when I was a teenager, just starting to study astronomy. It's very clear to me. I figure astronomers just didn't want to tell people because the reaction they'd get. You know, the planet's still there. But you know, people don't even know what the planet looks like. Right? We haven't sent a spacecraft there. It's way too far away. I think people just like the name. But they didn't take away the name. Still has the name, it's still out there. And that our knowledge of this planet is about to increase hundreds of times. So this should be big news to the fans of Pluto. So give a thumbs up to NASA for doing this, and a thumbs up to this video. Bye, man.